What's going on, everyone? Another show review today. This is a biased review because I am friendly with two of the bands. So Black Cloud, kind of metalcore outfit from the Seattle area. I know the vocalist and Late Night Shiner. They were on the Cell Arts label when it was very active. Now it's only partially active, but they're also, I really enjoy them for a number of reasons, and this was the 7th time I got to see them, so I consider myself pretty lucky. First time with their 4-person lineup, so that was something. And then last band, the headliner for the night, was Land of Wolves, who I didn't know before them, but like some pretty straightforward rock and roll type stuff. This was at the Horseshoe in Everett. So the Horseshoe used to be Black Lab until recently when it switched owners, but I guess it's a historic building that used to be called the Horseshoe, so it's kind of cool to bring that back. And this is one of the first like heavy shows that have really been there, and by heavy I mean just like this metalcore, rock, metal type of lineup. So Black Cloud, second time I've gotten to see them, and they'll be performing at the mental health fundraiser coming up in February that I'm putting on. I've been honest before about metalcore. It's not really my thing, but I enjoy seeing this band do it. Really good energy. They're not standing still. They're all moving around, dancing around, knocking drums over, guitars and bass swinging. So really, really fun presentation of their music. And so for me, that's a big thing. It's always cool going to support homies, people you know, but I want to see them perform, right? I'm paying for a performance, so that's nice that they deliver on that. They sounded good tonight. Last night, not tonight. They sounded good last night. The shape of the venue is kind of thin and long, so some of the vocals got kind of lost in it, but like you could still hear them. The rest of the band was loud, so there's some dancing, a little bit of moshing going on. It was cool. And again, always love seeing friends just crush it, and bands that are going to be performing at the fundraiser. It's nice that these are going to be bands that are going to have a performance element to give people a little bit more. So Black Cloud did great. Late Night Shiner's up next. Their first time as a 4-piece. Their set started off with a little bit of tech issues. The second guitar, they had to replace one of the amps or the cabs. But once they got going, really, really good punk metal. I'll never stop saying they're an underrated band, underappreciated band. They might have a slightly kind of older sound, right? A lot of shredding and then guitar solos. None of the real chugga contemporary metal stuff, right? They're not going just for breakdowns and stuff. All three of the musicians are great. Well, all three of the main musicians are great. I don't know much about the new guy as far as his playing, but he did a lot of shredding last night, had a lot of energy. The crowd, lots of dancing, and so I think out of the 7 times I've seen him, I think this crowd was the most active, or one of the most active. But these guys, I mean, they're underrated, and I don't know. Maybe it's just personal preference that makes it so I don't understand, but I think these guys deliver some really fun punk metal, and they shred and they kill, and they do it every time. Every time they walk off that stage, people are just like, "Wow, oh my God, that was great." So no difference last night. Land of Wolves came on last. Pretty straightforward rock, so not entirely my thing. They had some good energy. They seemed pretty confident. Some of the crowd was definitely there for them specifically, which is awesome. But yeah, they did fine. And if I'm being honest, probably not a band that my taste would seek out deliberately, but they made for a nice balance on this mixed bill. And yeah, I think the Seattle area, and it's just another facet of the wide variety of music that Seattle has to offer. We don't see many straight kind of rock bands anymore. These guys had a little bit more of an edge. They weren't just like, textbook rock and roll. There was a little bit of difference there. But, all things considered, it was a really cool night of local musicians delivering different levels of performance, different styles, and the crowd loved it. And kudos to the Horseshoe for pursuing a heavier show. So if you're in the area, I know that they want to book more and more and more. It'd be nice to have an alternative to some of the kind of more established heavy venues. And so not a mind-blowing review, but it was a really good night, solid music, cool people, and hopefully next time you can be there.